I stood in front of the bathroom mirror, adjusting my dress for the third time. Navy blue, modest, professional. The nicest thing I owned. Seth appeared behind me, wrapped his arms around my waist. You look beautiful. I'm nervous. Don't be. They're going to love you. Your dad already doesn't like me. He doesn't know you yet. Give him time. 6 months married. First dinner at the Morrison family home. North Dallas mansion with columns and a circular driveway. My hands were shaking. Seth kissed my cheek. Ready? No. But let's go anyway. The drive from our apartment in Plano took 25 minutes. Seth talked the whole way, filling silence, distracting me. My sister Carla will be there. You'll like her. She's cool. And her husband Brian is quiet, but nice. What about your parents? Mom's sweet. Dad's just ... formal. Business-minded. Don't take it personally if he seems cold. Too late. I'd already taken it personally. We'd met Russell Morrison twice before. Once at our wedding. Once at a restaurant 3 months ago. Both times, he'd looked at me like I was a disappointment, a mistake, something Seth would eventually outgrow. I was 28, administrative assistant at a small accounting firm, high school diploma, no college. Russell was a self-made millionaire, owned Morrison Luxury Auto, 3 locations across Dallas, sold BMWs, Mercedes, Autos. He'd built it from nothing. Started with a used car lot 30 years ago. Worked his way up. I respected that. Admired it even. But he didn't respect me. That much was clear. The Morrison house sat behind iron gates. 3 stories. Brick. Perfectly landscaped lawn. My childhood home in East Dallas had been 900 square feet. This place was probably 5,000. Seth parked in the circular driveway. You okay? Yeah. Paige, look at me. I looked. They don't matter. We matter. You and me. That's it. Okay. I love you. I love you too. We got out. Walked to the front door. Seth didn't knock. Just opened it. We're here, he called. Judith Morrison appeared from the kitchen. 56 elegant, perfectly styled gray hair. Seth Paige. Come in. Come in. She hugged Seth, air-kissed near my face. Standard greeting. No warmth. Dinner's almost ready. Everyone's in the living room. Go say hello. The living room was intimidating. High ceilings, chandelier, leather furniture. Everything expensive. Everything tasteful. Russell stood by the fireplace. 58 tall, gray hair, tailored suit, even on a Sunday evening. Seth. They shook hands. Formal, stiff. Dad. You remember Paige? Russell looked at me, assessed me, found me wanting. Paige, good to see you. You too, Mr. Morrison. Russell, please. We're family now. Family. The word sounded wrong in his mouth. Carla and Brian sat on the couch. Mid-30s. Carla looked like Seth. Same eyes. Same smile. Paige, finally. Carla stood, hugged me. Actually hugged me. I've been dying to get to know you better. Seth talks about you constantly. All good things, I hope. Mostly. She winked. Warm, genuine. Brian waved. Hey, nice to meet you properly. We sat. Small talk, weather, traffic, Seth's work. Russell watched me. I felt it. Like an exam I was failing. Dinner was served at 7. Formal dining room, long table. China plates, crystal glasses. I sat between Seth and Brian. Carla across from me. Russell and Judith at the heads. First course. Salad. I ate slowly. Carefully. Russell cleared his throat. So, Paige, Seth tells us you work at an accounting firm. Yes, Cooper and Associates. Small firm in Richardson. And what do you do there? I'm an administrative assistant. Handle scheduling, client communications, document preparation. So you're a secretary. The word landed like a slap. Sharp, dismissive, administrative assistant. I corrected, voice steady. Same thing, isn't it? Seth tensed beside me. Dad, it's a professional position. She manages a lot. I'm sure she does. Russell sipped his wine. Did you go to college, Paige? Here it was. The question I'd been dreading. No. I went straight to work after high school. Why not college? My dad passed away when I was 19. I needed to work. Help my mom. I see. And now, do you have plans to go back? Get a degree. I've thought about it. But working full-time makes it difficult. Difficult, not impossible. Dad, Seth started. I'm just asking questions, son. Getting to know your wife. Judith jumped in. Paige, this salad is wonderful, isn't it? I got the recipe from a friend. Deflection. Changing subject. Keeping peace. We ate. Talked about nothing. Weather again. Holiday plans. Safe topics. But Russell wasn't done. Main course. Steak, asparagus, roasted potatoes. Russell cut his meat. Precise. Methodical. Paige, what are your career goals? 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? I'd like to move up in the company. Maybe office manager eventually. Office manager? That's ambitious. The sarcasm was thick, obvious. It's realistic, I said. I'm good at what I do. I'm sure you are. For what it is. Seth's jaw tightened. Dad, what's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Just that ambition means different things to different people. Carla tried to help. I think it's great, Paige. Working your way up. That's how Dad started, right? Russell smiled, tight. Not quite the same. I had vision, long-term plans. Built something from nothing. She's building too, Seth said. Just starting from a different place. Very different. The conversation moved on, but the damage was done. I pushed food around my plate. Barely tasted anything. Just wanted dinner to end. Dessert. Chocolate cake. Coffee. Russell leaned back in his chair. Studied Seth, then me. Seth, I need to ask you something. Okay, are you happy? Really happy. Seth looked confused. Of course. Why wouldn't I be? Just checking. Making sure you made the right choice. What choice? Marriage. It's a big commitment. Want to make sure you're satisfied? Dad, I'm very satisfied. Paige is amazing. Russell looked directly at me, eyes cold, calculating. Seth is my only son. I worked my entire life to give him opportunities. The best schools. The best connections. A foundation for success. I know, Seth said, and I appreciate it. Do you? Because from where I'm sitting, you threw it away. Silence. Heavy, awkward. What are you talking about? Seth asked. Russell set down his fork. Looked around the table, making sure everyone was listening. My son married a secretary with a high school diploma. No ambition. No education. No class. He paused, looked at me. You'll never be more than that, Paige, and you don't belong in this family. The words hung in the air. Toxic. Devastating. I couldn't breathe. Seth stood. Fast, chair scraping. Dad, that's completely out of line. I'm being honest. Someone has to be. That's not honesty. That's cruelty. Judith touched Russell's arm. Russell, maybe we should. Should what? Pretend everything's fine. That she's good enough for him. Carla stared, shocked. Dad, this is insane. You can't. I can. And I will. Seth deserves better. He's always deserved better. And she's holding him back. I pushed back from the table. Stood, legs shaking. Excuse me, I need air. I walked out, through the living room, out the front door, onto the driveway. Cold November air hit my face. I gulped it, tried not to cry, failed. Tears came, hot, angry, humiliated, not good enough. No education, no class, don't belong. The words circled, over and over. Inside, I heard raised voices, muffled, angry. Seth's voice, loud, defending me. Russell's voice, louder, defending his judgment. 10 minutes passed. Maybe 15. I stood there, shivering, crying, alone. The door opened. Seth came out. Paige, I'm so sorry. He had no right. He meant it. He's just old-fashioned. He doesn't understand. He understands perfectly. I'm not good enough for you. That's what he thinks. He's wrong, is he? Yes. God, yes. You're everything to me. Everything. Then why didn't you defend me harder? Seth looked away. Guilty. I did defend you. After he said all of it, after he humiliated me in front of your family, I should have stopped him sooner. You're right. I'm sorry. We stood there, cold, hurt, the evening destroyed. Can we go home? I asked. Yeah. Let me grab our coats. He went inside, came back 2 minutes later. We got in the car, drove away in silence. At home, I changed into pajamas, sat on the couch, stared at nothing. Seth sat next to me, tried to hold me. I let him, but I felt numb. He'll come around, Seth said. Give him time. I don't want his approval anymore. Paige, I mean it. I don't care if he likes me. I don't care if he respects me. I'm done caring what Russell Morrison thinks. Then what do you want? I thought about it. Really thought. I want to prove him wrong. You don't have to prove anything. Yes, I do. Not for him. For me. My phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Paige, it's Judith. I almost hung up. Didn't what? I just wanted to say. Russell was harsh tonight. Too harsh. But you have to understand something. What? He worked very hard for what we have. Built everything from nothing. He's protective of Seth. He just worries that Seth, settled. That word, worse than everything Russell had said. I didn't call Seth, he called me. He chose me. That's not settling. I know. I'm just explaining Russell's perspective. I don't care about his perspective. He called me classless, uneducated, not good enough. That's not perspective. That's cruelty. He'll come around. Just give it time. I'm not waiting for him to come around. I'm moving forward. With or without his approval. I hung up. Seth looked at me. What did she say? That your dad thinks you settled for me? That's ridiculous. Is it? Look at me. Look at your family. We're from different worlds. So what? I love you. That's all that matters. It's not though, not to them, not to your dad. I stood, paced, energy building. I'm going back to school. What? Community college. Dallas College. They have night classes. Business administration. I can work days, study nights, get a degree. Paige, you don't have to. Yes, I do. Not for your dad, for me. I'm tired of being looked down on, tired of being dismissed. I'm smart, I'm capable, and I'm going to prove it. Seth stood, came to me, held my face. You don't need a degree to prove your worth. Maybe not. But I needed to prove it to myself. That night, I couldn't sleep. Lay in bed. Stared at the ceiling. Replayed the dinner. Russell's voice. Cold, certain. You'll never be more than that. We'd see about that. I got up, went to my laptop, started researching. Dallas College, North Lake Campus, Business Administration, Associate degree. 2 years, affordable night classes available. Fall semester started in 2 months. I could do this work full-time. Study at night, get a degree, prove him wrong, prove myself right. I filled out the application. 3 a.m. Exhausted. Determined, hit submit. The cursor spun, processing. Then, application received. You'll hear back within 2 weeks. I closed the laptop, went back to bed. Seth was asleep, peaceful, unaware. I lay next to him, made a promise to myself. Russell Morrison thought I'd never be more than a secretary. Thought I didn't belong. He was wrong. And I was going to spend the rest of my life proving it. Not for his approval, not for his respect, but for mine, because I deserved more than his judgment. I deserved my own success, and I was going to build it. Starting tomorrow. The acceptance letter came 2 weeks later. I was at work, lunch break, checking personal email on my phone. Congratulations, you've been accepted to Dallas College for the fall 2015 semester. Business Administration Program. Classes begin August 24th. My hands shook. I read it 3 times. I'd done it. First step. Maya, my coworker, looked over. You okay? You look like you're about to cry. I got in. Community college. I'm going back to school. She jumped up, hugged me. Oh my God, that's amazing. When do you start? 2 months. Night classes. 4 days a week. That's a lot with full-time work. I know, but I have to do this. Why now? I hesitated. Didn't want to explain. But Maya was persistent. My father-in-law, he said some things. About me not being educated, not being good enough for his son. I need to prove him wrong. Screw him, you're proving yourself right. That's better. She was right. But proving Russell wrong felt good too. That evening, I told Seth. He was making dinner, pasta, simple, his specialty. I got accepted. Dallas College, fall semester. He turned, smiled, huge, genuine. Paige, that's incredible. I'm so proud of you. He hugged me, lifted me off the ground. I laughed. First real laugh since the dinner. Are you sure you want to do this? He asked. It's going to be exhausting. Work all day, school at night. I'm sure. I need this. For my dad. For me. But yeah. Part of it is for him. To show him he was wrong. Seth's smile faded. You don't owe him anything. I know, but I owe myself this. I've been working admin jobs for 10 years. I'm capable of more. I just never had the push to try. Now I do. Then I support you. 100%. Whatever you need, I'll need you to be patient. I'll be tired, stressed, probably cranky. I can handle cranky. August came fast. Orientation, book buying, first day of classes. I was terrified. 28 years old. Sitting in a classroom with 18-year-olds fresh out of high school, but there were others like me, older students, working adults, people who'd waited, who'd had reasons. I wasn't alone. My schedule for classes, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 6 to 9:30 p.m. Introduction to Business, English Composition, College Algebra, Introduction to Computers, Basic, Foundational, Necessary. I worked 8 to 5, drove straight to campus, ate dinner in my car, protein bars, sandwiches, whatever was fast. Class until 9:30, home by 10, homework until midnight, sleep repeat. Seth tried to help. Made dinners I could take, handled laundry, cleaned the apartment. But I was exhausted. Constantly, perpetually. 2 weeks in, I almost quit. Sat in my car after class, cried, too tired, too overwhelmed, too old for this. Called Maya, 1 a.m. She answered, I can't do this, it's too much. Yes you can, you're just tired. Go home. Sleep, it'll look better tomorrow. What if it doesn't? Then you push through anyway. That's what strong people do. And you're strong, Paige, stronger than you think. I went home, slept, woke up, went to work, went to class, pushed through. Thanksgiving, 3 months into the semester, the Morrisons invited us for dinner. I didn't want to go. Seth insisted. We can't avoid them forever. And maybe Dad will be different. More respectful. He wasn't. Same house, same dining room. Same judging eyes. Russell asked about work, polite surface level then. Seth mentioned you're taking some classes. At a community college. Yes, business administration. How nice. A hobby. It's not a hobby. It's a degree program. Community college though, that's not the same as a real university. It's accredited and it's what I can afford while working full-time. Of course we all work within our limitations. Limitations, the word stung. Seth jumped in. She's doing great, Dad. 3.8 GPA so far. While working 40 hours a week. That's impressive. Russell sipped his wine. I'm sure the classes aren't too challenging. Community college standards are, flexible. I bit my tongue, didn't respond, ate quietly. After dinner, Judith pulled me aside, kitchen, under the guise of helping with dishes. How are you, dear? Really? Fine. School is going well. Yes, that's wonderful. Education is so important. Even if it's just community college. Just community college. Like it didn't count. Like it was lesser. It's a start, I said. Voice tight. Of course. And who knows? Maybe someday you'll transfer to a real university. Get a bachelor's degree. That would really mean something. I set down the dish I was washing. Judith, I'm trying. I'm working full-time and going to school at night. I'm exhausted. And all your family does is minimize it. Tell me it's not enough. That I'm not enough. I'm tired of it. She looked surprised. I'm not trying to hurt you, Paige. I'm trying to encourage you. It doesn't feel like encouragement. It feels like judgment. You're being sensitive, maybe. Or maybe you're being dismissive. I walked out, found Seth. Can we go? I have homework. We left early, again, spring semester, second round, 4 more classes. Accounting, marketing, business law, public speaking, harder, more demanding, but I was adjusting, learning how to balance. My GPA held 3. Strong work was steady. Same admin job, same tasks, but I was starting to see opportunities differently. My boss, Linda, called me into her office one afternoon. March, 6 months into college. Paige, I've been impressed with your work. You're reliable, detail-oriented, professional. Thank you. We're creating a new position. Senior Administrative Assistant. Basically office manager without the title. More responsibility. Coordinating between departments. Managing schedules. Some budget work. Are you interested? Absolutely. It comes with a raise. $55,000. Up from $42,000. $13,000 increase. Significant. When would it start? Next month, April 1st. Think about it. Let me know by end of week. I didn't need to think about it. I accept. Thank you, Linda. You've earned it. I told Seth that night. He was thrilled. $55,000. Paige, that's amazing. We should celebrate. We should, but I have class tonight. After class then, I'll pick up champagne. I told Maya the next day. She hugged me. See, you're killing it. School and work. You're a badass. I'm just trying to keep up. You're doing more than keeping up. You're excelling. I wanted to tell Russell, to show him I was moving forward, that his judgment hadn't stopped me. But I didn't call, didn't reach out. Let Seth mention it casually. He did. A week later, Sunday phone call with his parents. Seth, Paige got promoted. Senior Administrative Assistant. Big raise. Russell's response, according to Seth, $55,000. That's nice. Good for her. Small steps, never enough, never impressive, always diminished. Seth was angry. He's impossible. Nothing you do will satisfy him. I know, so I'll stop trying. I'm doing this for me, not him. Good. That's the right attitude, but it still hurt, knowing I'd never be enough in Russell's eyes. 1 year after that terrible dinner, I finished my first year of college. 8 classes completed. GPA 3.9. I'd pushed it up, worked harder, studied longer. Graduation ceremony was small. Community college didn't make a big deal of associate degrees in progress. But I walked across that stage for completing my first year. Got a certificate, recognition. Seth came, Maya came, my mom came. Russell and Judith were invited. Declined. Russell has a business dinner that night, Judith said on the phone. But congratulations, dear. We're proud of you. They weren't there. Didn't see me walk. Didn't celebrate. I told myself it didn't matter. It did. Summer. 1 year in. I took 2 classes, kept momentum. Didn't want to stop. Applied to transfer to UT Dallas for fall. Bachelor's program. Business administration. It was ambitious, but possible. If I finished my associate degree in another year, I could transfer as a junior. Finish a bachelor's in 2 more years. Total, 3 years for a 4-year degree. While working full-time, the acceptance came in July. Conditional. Finish associate degree first. Maintain GPA above 3.5, then transfer fall next year. I showed Seth. I'm doing it. Bachelor's degree. UT Dallas. You're incredible. You know that. I'm stubborn. Same thing. Fall semester. Year 2 of community college. For more classes. Harder classes. Accounting 2. Statistics. Economics. Management. My brain hurt constantly. Numbers. Theories. Case studies. But I loved it. Genuinely loved learning. Especially management class. Professor was Dr. Helen Park. 45 sharp. No nonsense. She pulled me aside after class one day. October page, your papers are excellent. Critical thinking, clear analysis. Why are you in community college working full-time? It's affordable. And I'm transferring to UT Dallas next fall. Good. You're too smart for admin work. I'm an admin assistant. I know, and you're wasting your potential. What do you want to do? Long term. I'd never thought about it. Not really. Just focused on getting through. I don't know. Management maybe. Business operations. Aim higher. Project management. Operations management. You have the mind for it. Strategic thinking. Detail-oriented. Leadership potential. Don't settle for admin work forever. How do I move up? Finish your degree. Get experience in project coordination. Apply for jobs in tech or corporate. Dallas has a strong tech sector. Companies always need operations people. I've never thought about tech. Think about it now. I can help. Recommendations, connections, but you have to want it. I want it then. Prove it. Keep your GPA up. Finish strong, and start networking. Second Christmas since the terrible dinner. Morrison family gathering. Same house, same people, same tension. Russell asked about school. Perfunctory. Still taking classes? Yes. I'm finishing my associate degree this spring. Then transferring to UT Dallas for my bachelor's. How ambitious. A full degree. That'll take years. 3 total. I'm on track, and you're still working full-time. Yes, must be exhausting, trying to do both. Most people focus on one thing. Do it well, rather than spreading themselves thin. I'm managing fine. We'll see. Statistically, most adult students don't finish. Life gets in the way. Work, family. It's difficult to maintain focus. I'll finish. I hope so. For your sake, be ashamed to waste all that time and money for nothing. Seth's hand found mine under the table. Squeezed. Support. Solidarity. I squeezed back. Didn't respond to Russell. Didn't engage. He wanted me to fail. Expected it. Waited for it. I wouldn't give him the satisfaction. Spring semester. Final semester of community college. For more classes. I was exhausted. 15 months of constant work and school. No breaks. No rest. But the finish line was visible. May graduation. Associate of Science in Business Administration. First person in my family to complete college. Any college. My mom cried when I told her. Your father would be so proud. I know. I wish he could see it. He can. Wherever he is, he knows. Graduation was small. Stadium. 200 students. Quick ceremony. I walked across the stage. Accepted my diploma. Turned the tassel. Seth cheered. Loudest in the crowd. My mom next to him, crying. Happy. Maya was there. Dr. Helen Park was there. Co-workers came. Russell and Judith didn't. Again. Russell's at a conference in Houston. Judith said, but congratulations, Paige. You did it. Did it. Past tense. Like it was over. Like this was the end. It wasn't. It was the beginning. That night, celebrating at dinner, Seth raised his glass. To Paige, who just earned her first college degree while working full-time. I'm so damn proud of you. To Paige, Maya echoed. We drank, laughed, celebrated, but underneath, I was already thinking ahead. Transfer to UT Dallas. 2 more years, bachelor's degree. Then what? Better job, better salary, better career. Prove Russell wrong. Every step of the way. Not just with degrees, with success. Real, tangible, undeniable success. He thought I'd never be more than a secretary. I was going to show him exactly how wrong he was. June, summer break. I applied for new jobs. Tech companies, startups, corporate positions. Entry-level project coordination. Dr. Park wrote recommendations, strong ones, highlighting my potential. I interviewed at 3 companies, got offers from 2. Chose TechStart Solutions. Small startup, 50 employees, growing fast. Needed project coordinator. Salary, $62,000, up from $55,000. My first real career move, out of admin into operations. I accepted. Started in July, 2 months before UT Dallas classes began. Seth was nervous. New job and school. That's a lot. I can handle it. I know you can. Just don't burn out. I won't. I've come too far to quit now, I told Russell. Or rather, Seth told him. Casual mention. Sunday phone call. Paige got a new job. Tech startup. Project coordinator. Good salary bump. Russell's response. Tech. Does she have tech experience? She's smart. She'll learn. Well, hope it works out. Startups are risky. High failure rate. She might be unemployed in 6 months. Always negative. Always doubting. Always predicting failure. I didn't care anymore. Let him doubt. Let him predict. I'd prove him wrong. Again and again and again. Until he had no choice but to see me. Really see me. Not as the secretary with no education, but as the woman who refused to stay small. The woman who built herself up. Step by step. Class by class. Job by job. The woman who belonged. Everywhere. Always. Because I said so. 3 years after that dinner, I walked across another stage. UT Dallas graduation. Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. December 2018. Cap and gown. Diploma. 4 years of work compressed into 3. Seth was in the front row. Mom next to him. Maya, Dr. Park, my boss from TechStart. Russell and Judith came this time. Sat in the back, left immediately after. No congratulations. No dinner. Just their presence. Minimal. Obligatory. But I didn't care anymore. I'd stopped waiting for their approval. This was mine. My achievement. My proof. The job at TechStart had been good. Challenging. Fast-paced. I'd learned project management. Budget tracking. Client coordination. Team leadership. 18 months in, I'd been promoted. Senior project coordinator, $78,000. Same salary as Seth. We were equals now. Financially, professionally, it felt good, powerful, like I'd finally caught up. But Russell noticed and he didn't like it. Christmas dinner, 2018, 2 weeks after my graduation. Russell asked about work. Casual, probing. So you're making good money now. At that startup, 78,000, yes, same as Seth. Yes, how modern couples earning the same. That's very ... progressive. The word dripped with condescension. Seth tensed. What's that supposed to mean, Dad? Nothing, just observing. In my day, the man earned more, provided that was normal. This is normal too, I said. Voice calm, steady, we're partners. Equal partners, of course. If that works for you both. Judith changed the subject, quickly, always smoothing over, always avoiding conflict. But the message was clear. Russell didn't like me succeeding, didn't like me rising. I threatened his worldview, his belief that I'd always be less than. January 2019, new year, new goals. I'd been at TechStart for 18 months, learned everything I could, but the company was small, limited growth potential. I started looking. Bigger companies, corporate positions, real advancement opportunities. Applied to 10 companies. Got interviews at 5, offers from 3. Chose Dataflow Systems. Mid-sized tech company. 200 employees. Established, stable, position, project manager, salary, $95,000. I accepted. Started February. Told Seth first. He was thrilled, proud, supportive. Told my mom. She cried, happy tears. You're doing so well, honey, so well. Told Maya. She screamed, hugged me. You're unstoppable. Then Seth told his parents. Sunday phone call. Routine update. Paige got a new job. Dataflow Systems. Project manager. $95,000. Silence on the other end. Then, Russell's voice. Cold. Measured. That's quite a salary for someone with 3 years of experience. She earned it, Dad. She's good at what she does. I'm sure she is. But $95,000, that seems inflated. Tech companies overpay, especially for positions that don't require much. Project management requires plenty. She manages budgets, timelines, teams, I understand what project managers do. Seth, I'm just surprised they're paying her that much. Must be a diversity hire. Companies love those now. My blood boiled. Diversity hire. Like I hadn't earned it. Like my degree meant nothing. My experience meant nothing. Seth exploded. What the hell, Dad? She worked her ass off for this. College while working full-time. You can't just. I'm stating facts. Tech companies have quotas. Hiring goals. She fits their profile. That's not an insult. It's reality. It is an insult. You're saying she didn't earn it? I'm saying the system is rigged. Merit isn't the only factor anymore. I grabbed the phone from Seth. First time I directly confronted Russell. Russell, this is Paige. I earned this job. Through education, through experience, through working harder than everyone else. If you can't accept that, that's your problem, not mine. Silence, heavy, shocked, then Russell's voice, tight, controlled. I didn't mean to offend you. Yes, you did. You've meant to offend me for 3 years. Every comment, every doubt, every dismissal. But I'm done caring. You can respect me or not. Either way, I'm moving forward. I hung up, hands shaking, heart racing. Seth stared. That was incredible. I should have done it sooner. Yeah, you should have. Russell tried to sabotage me. I found out later, he'd called Dataflow, asked to speak to the CEO, used his business connections. Dallas business community was small. Everyone knew everyone. He'd introduced himself, friendly, professional. Then, I understand you recently hired Paige Morrison, or Paige Caldwell. My daughter-in-law, the CEO, Mark Chen, told me about this conversation 6 months later, after I'd proven myself. I wanted you to know, Mark said. Your father-in-law called before you started. Said you were inexperienced, that you'd oversold yourself, that we should be careful with you. My stomach dropped. What did you say? I thanked him for his concern and hung up. Then I flagged it internally. We don't appreciate outside interference in hiring decisions, especially from family members with obvious agendas. I didn't know he did that. I figured, you've been excellent, Paige. Top performer in your department. Whatever his concerns were, they were baseless. I was furious, humiliated. Russell had tried to destroy my opportunity before I'd even started, but I'd succeeded anyway. Despite him, because of me. Spring 2019, 3 months into Dataflow, I was thriving, managing 5 projects simultaneously. Budgets totaling $2 million. Teams of 10 to 15 people. I was good at it, natural, organized, detail-oriented, fair but firm. My manager, Susan, pulled me aside. April, Paige, you're doing exceptional work. I'm recommending you for senior project manager. Promotion would come with a raise. $105,000. Interested? Absolutely. You'll need to interview with the VP. Formality, mostly, but prepare a presentation. Show what you've accomplished. Why you're ready. I prepared. Worked nights, weekends, built a comprehensive presentation. Projects completed. Budgets managed. Client satisfaction scores. Team feedback. The interview went perfectly. The VP, Rachel Torres, was impressed. You've accomplished more in 3 months than most do in a year. We'd be foolish not to promote you. The offer came 1 week later. Senior project manager. $105,000. Plus bonus potential. I accepted immediately. Called Seth. I got promoted. Senior project manager IMO5. He whooped loud, joyful. That's amazing. We're celebrating tonight. We can't afford expensive places yet. We can now. You're making 6 figures. Paige, that's incredible. We moved. May 2019. Out of our small apartment. Into a real house. 3 bedrooms. 2 bathrooms. Plano. 15 minutes from work. Rent was expensive. $2,200 a month. But we could afford it. Comfortably. Our first real home. Not temporary. Not transitional. Real. I felt like I'd arrived. Finally. Like I belonged in this life I'd built. Seth's parents visited once. June brief tour. Russell walked through. Said little. Judith complimented the kitchen. As they were leaving, Russell pulled Seth aside. I heard from the hallway. You two are renting still. Yeah. We're saving for a down payment. Should be able to buy in a year or two. You could have asked me. I would have helped with a down payment. We don't need help. We're doing fine. Clearly Paige's salary has certainly improved your situation. Our combined salaries, we're partners, right? Partners. How progressive that word again. Progressive like it was an insult. Summer 4th year since the dinner. I was 32. Seth was 34. We'd been married 5 years. Together 7. Life was good, stable, successful. But Russell's hostility remained, constant, unrelenting. Every achievement I had, he minimized. Every promotion he questioned. Every success, he attributed to luck or circumstance. Never merit, never hard work, never intelligence. It ate at me, even though I told myself it didn't. Seth noticed July, after another tense family dinner. You're quieter lately. What's wrong? Nothing. Paige, I know you. What's wrong? Your dad. He's never going to respect me. No matter what I do. No matter how successful I become, I'll always be the secretary with no education. The girl who wasn't good enough. He's wrong. You know that. I do. But it still hurts. After 4 years, after everything I've accomplished, he still looks at me like I'm nothing. Seth was quiet, thinking then, I need to talk to him, really talk to him, set boundaries, defend you properly. You've tried, not hard enough, not forcefully enough. I've let him disrespect you for too long. That ends now. Seth confronted Russell 1 week later. Without me? Man to man. He told me about it that night. Every detail. Seth had driven to the Morrison house. Sunday morning, asked to speak with Russell alone. They'd gone to Russell's office, closed the door. Seth, Dad, we need to talk about Paige. Russell, what about her? Seth, your treatment of her. It's unacceptable. It's been unacceptable for 4 years. And it stops now. Russell, I don't know what you mean. Seth, yes, you do. The comments. The doubts. The dismissals. Calling her a diversity hire. Trying to sabotage her job. It's cruel. And I'm done tolerating it. Russell, I've never been cruel. I've been honest. Seth, no, you've been an asshole, and you've been wrong. About everything. Paige has a degree, a career. She makes 6 figures. She's successful, independently successful, and you can't stand it. Russell, that's not true, Seth. It is, because it threatens you. Because she did what you always claimed to value, worked hard, got educated, built a career, and she did it without your help, without your approval, and that kills you. Russell had been quiet, defensive then. Russell, I just wanted better for you. Someone from a good family, someone with connections, someone who could help your career. Seth, Paige helps my career by being my partner, my equal, someone who challenges me to be better. That's worth more than any connection. Russell, you could have married anyone. Why her? Seth, because I love her. Because she's brilliant and kind and resilient. Because she's the best person I know. And if you can't see that, that's your failure, not hers. Seth had walked out, didn't wait for a response, drove home. When he told me, I cried. Relief, gratitude, love, thank you, for finally saying what needed to be said. I should have said it years ago. I'm sorry I didn't. You said it now. That's what matters. Fall 2019. 5 years since the dinner. I was 33. Dataflow promoted me again. Manager of Project Management Office. 120,000 filers. I led a team of 8 project managers. Oversaw 20 projects simultaneously. Reported directly to the VP. I'd climbed. Fast, hard, relentlessly. And Russell. Russell was silent. No comments. No congratulations. Nothing. But his silence felt different. Less hostile. More resigned. Like he'd finally realized I wasn't going away. Wasn't failing. Wasn't shrinking. I was here. Successful. Undeniable. Thanksgiving. Morrison House. Same dining room. Same table. But different energy. Russell was subdued. Quiet. Almost respectful. When asked about work, I answered briefly. Professionally. Russell listened. Didn't interrupt. Didn't criticize. At the end of dinner, as we were leaving, he stopped me. Paige, a word. I hesitated. Seth nodded. I'll be in the car. Russell and I stood in the foyer, alone, first time in years. I wanted to say, "You've done well, professionally. You've built a solid career." It wasn't an apology, but it was acknowledgement. Thank you. Seth is happy. That's what matters. He is. I may have been, harsh. Early on, I worried about him, about his future. You were cruel, not harsh. Cruel, he flinched. Perhaps, but you proved me wrong. I can admit that. I didn't prove you wrong for you. I proved it for myself. I understand that now. We stood there, awkward. Years of hostility between us. No easy resolution. I should go. Seth's waiting, of course. Drive safe. I left, got in the car. Seth looked at me. What did he say? That I've done well, that he was harsh, almost an apology. Is that enough? I don't know, but it's something. That night, lying in bed, Seth asleep beside me, I thought about the past 5 years, from secretary to project manager, from high school diploma to bachelor's degree, from 42,000 to 120,000. I'd built this. Myself, my career, my life. Russell had tried to stop me, doubted me, sabotaged me, but I'd won anyway. Not because of him, not even in spite of him, just because of me, my work, my determination, my refusal to stay small, and that was the real victory. Not changing Russell's mind, but knowing I didn't need to. I was enough. Always had been. Just took me 5 years to really believe it. 6 years after that dinner, I became a VP, Vice President of Operations, Data Flow Systems. January 2021. Salary, $140,000, plus 20% bonus potential. Equity options. I was 34 years old, leading a department of 30 people, overseeing operations for a 200-person company. Seth took me to dinner. Celebrated. Properly, you're a VP, an actual executive. That's insane. It's surreal. Your dad would be so proud. My dad, dead 15 years, worked factory jobs his whole life, never made more than 40,000. I'd tripled that. In 1 decade, he would, I agreed. Voice tight. My dad should be proud too. But he probably won't say it. I don't need him to. I know, but you deserve to hear it. We started house hunting. February. Serious hunting. We'd saved $80,000 for a down payment. Combined incomes now totaled $218,000. We qualified for loans up to $600,000. Could afford mortgages around $4,000 monthly. We looked at houses in Plano, Frisco, McKinney, northern suburbs, good schools, safe neighborhoods. Found one we loved. Plano, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, updated kitchen, big backyard, $380,000. We offered $390. Got it. Closed in March. Moved in April. Our house, not rented, owned. I stood in the empty living room that first day, keys in hand, overwhelmed. We did it, Seth said. We actually did it. We did. Your salary made this possible. You know that, right? We couldn't have afforded this on mine alone. Our salaries, together. Still, you carried us here. You and your determination. I looked around. Hardwood floors, high ceilings, natural light, mine, everything I'd built, everything I'd earned. Russell's voice echoed. 6 years old but still sharp. You'll never be more than that. I was so much more. We invited the Morrisons over. May, housewarming, small gathering. Russell walked through slowly, inspecting, judging. Nice place. What did you pay? $390, Seth said. That's reasonable for this area. Good investment. He didn't congratulate us. Didn't compliment the house. Just assessed, analyzed, reduced it to numbers. Judith was warmer. It's lovely. You too, really lovely. You must be so proud. We are, I said. Russell stood in the kitchen, looked out at the backyard. Decent size. You'll need to maintain the lawn. That's expensive. We can afford it, Seth said, edge in his voice. Of course. With Paige's salary, you've done well for yourself. Paige, VP at 34. That's impressive. First compliment. Ever. In 6 years. I waited for the qualifier. The criticism, the dismissal. It didn't come. Thank you. Dataflow is a solid company. Good reputation. You've positioned yourself well. I worked hard. Clearly, we stood there. Awkward. 6 years of hostility. One moment of acknowledgement. Not enough to erase it, but something. Summer 2021. Pandemic recovery. Businesses struggling. Economy uncertain. Seth's company downsized. He survived the cuts, but barely. His salary stayed flat, $95,000. No raises, no bonuses. Just survival. My company thrived. Tech was booming. Remote work created demand. We grew. My bonus hit $28,000. Total compensation, $168,000. I became the primary earner. By a significant margin. Seth struggled with it. Not because he resented me, but because it challenged his identity. I feel like I'm not contributing enough. You contribute plenty. We're partners. But you make almost twice what I make now. That's not partnership. That's you carrying us. Money isn't the only contribution. You do everything at home. Cook, clean, support me. That's worth more than salary. Society doesn't see it that way. Society is wrong. I see it that way. That's what matters. He kissed me, grateful, but still struggling. Masculinity is fragile, even in good men. Fall 2021. Russell's business started failing. Morrison Luxury Auto. 3 locations. Decades of success. But the pandemic had destroyed car sales. Inventory shortages, supply chain issues. Customers not buying. Russell had expanded in 2019. Opened a 3rd location. Took out massive loans. Bad timing, catastrophic timing. Seth mentioned it casually. September. Sunday phone call. Dad's business is struggling, like really struggling. He's worried. How worried? Might have to close one of the locations. Maybe 2, he's got debt. Loans against the dealerships. Against the house. Against the house. Yeah, he refinanced last year. Took out equity to fund the 3rd location. Now he's underwater. My stomach tightened. How much does he owe? I don't know exactly, but it's bad. He won't talk about it. But Mom's scared. I can hear it in her voice. Have you offered to help? With what? I don't have that kind of money. Neither do we. But we did. We had savings, equity, resources. I didn't say it. Not yet. October. Russell closed 2 locations. Kept 1, barely. Laid off 30 employees. People who'd worked for him for years. Families. He was devastated. Proud man brought low. Public failure. Seth visited him. Came back shaken. He looks old. Really old. Defeated. I've never seen him like that. What did he say? Not much. Just sat in his office, staring at paperwork, mortgage statements, loan notices. He's drowning. How much does he owe? On the house. $850,000. The bank's threatening foreclosure. He's behind on payments. $850,000. Massive. But not impossible. Not for me. Not anymore. We could help, I said quietly. Seth looked at me, surprised. What? We could help. We have savings. I have equity in Dataflow. We could loan him money. Save the house. Paige, he was terrible to you. For years. Why would you help him? Because he's your father. Because Judith doesn't deserve to lose her home. Because I can. You don't owe him anything. I know. But maybe that's exactly why I should do it. To prove I'm better than his judgment of me. Seth was quiet, processing. Are you sure? No, but I'm considering it. November, Judith called me. First time ever. Direct call, not through Seth. Paige, this is Judith. Do you have a moment? Of course, I need to talk to you. About Russell? About our situation. Okay? We're going to lose the house. The bank gave us 60 days. Russell's too proud to ask for help. But I'm not. I'm begging. Can you help us? Direct, desperate, honest. Why are you calling me and not Seth? Because Seth doesn't have the resources, but you do. Seth told me about your salary, your position. You've done very well, Paige. Better than any of us imagined. Better than any of us imagined. Translation. Better than Russell said you could. What does Russell know about this call? Nothing. He'd be furious if he knew. But I don't care anymore. I'm not losing my home because of his pride. What exactly are you asking? A loan. To pay off the mortgage. $850,000. We'd pay you back. With interest. Whatever terms you want. Just please. Don't let us lose everything. $850,000. My entire liquid net worth. Savings, stocks, everything. I need to think about it. Talk to Seth. Give me a week. Thank you. That's more than I deserve. She hung up. I sat there, phone in hand, mind racing. Russell Morrison, the man who called me classless, who said I'd never be more than a secretary, who tried to sabotage my career, now begging for my help, through his wife, because he was too proud to ask directly. The irony was delicious and painful. I talked to Seth that night. Long conversation, honest. Your mom called, asked for a loan, $850,000. To save the house. Seth's eyes widened. She called you directly? Yeah, said you don't have the resources, but I do. What did you tell her? That I'd think about it. And what are you thinking? I'm thinking I want to help, but I need to do it my way, on my terms. What does that mean? It means I'll save the house. But Russell has to know it's me. Has to acknowledge what I've done. Has to finally see me. That's fair. More than fair. Is it, or is it petty? It's human. You're allowed to want recognition. Especially from the man who spent 6 years telling you you weren't good enough. I don't need his approval. But you deserve his respect. There's a difference. I called Judith back. 3 days later. I'll do it. I'll pay off the mortgage. But I have conditions. Anything. Name it. I talked to Russell directly. He needs to know it's me. Needs to ask me himself. I'm not doing this through intermediaries. He won't ask. He's too proud. Then I don't help. Those are my terms. Silence. Long, heavy. I'll talk to him. Make him understand. You have 1 week. If he doesn't call, the offer expires. Thank you, Paige, truly. 5 days later, Russell called. Evening, 7 p.m. I was making dinner. Saw his name on my phone. Hesitated, then answered. Russell, Paige, Judith said you wanted to talk. About the house. About helping. She told you I have conditions. She did, and I'm calling. Like you asked. Not good enough. I need you to ask. Actually ask. Silence. Pride warring with desperation. Then, I need your help. The bank is foreclosing. I'm out of options. Judith says you're willing to loan us the money. Is that true? Yes, but I need to know something first. Why should I help you? After everything you've said, everything you've done, why should I save you? Because I was wrong. About you. About everything. You've built a remarkable career. Become successful. Independent. Strong. I underestimated you. Dismissed you. I'm sorry. Sorry. 6 years too late, but something. I'm not doing this for your apology. I'm doing it for Judith, for Seth, and for me. For you. To prove something, not to you. To myself. That I'm better than your judgment of me. That I can show grace when you showed cruelty. I understand. Do you? Because I'm not sure you do. You told me I'd never be more than a secretary. That I didn't belong in your family. That I had no education, ambition, or class. You were wrong about all of it. And now I'm saving you. The irony isn't lost on me. Nor on me good. I'll have my lawyer draft loan documents. 0 interest. 10-year repayment. Monthly payments of $7,000. Manageable. Fair. That's more than generous. It's what I can afford to do. And what you can afford to accept. Thank you, Paige. I mean that. You're welcome, Russell. But this doesn't erase the past. It just moves us forward. I understand. The paperwork took 2 weeks. lawyers, contracts, bank coordination. December 15th, the wire transferred $850,000 from my account to Russell's mortgage holder. The house was saved. The Morrison family legacy preserved by me, the secretary with no education, the woman who didn't belong. Seth hugged me that night, tight, emotional. You're incredible, you know that. I'm practical. They needed help. I could provide it. It's more than that. You showed them who you are, what you're capable of. You won. I didn't win. I just didn't lose. No, you won, completely. And they know it. Christmas Eve, Morrison House, first gathering since the loan. Different energy, subdued, respectful, almost reverent. Russell pulled me aside. Before dinner, study, private. I wanted to thank you again, properly. What you did, ... It saved us, saved everything. You're welcome. I also wanted to say something else. Something I should have said 6 years ago. What? You belong. In this family. In Seth's life. In the success you've built. I was wrong to ever suggest otherwise. You've proven yourself. Over and over. And I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to. Tears threatened. I blinked them back. Thank you. That means something. It should have been said sooner. Much sooner. I let pride and prejudice blind me. I saw where you came from and assumed that defined you. But it didn't. You defined yourself. And that's admirable. I learned it from you, actually. The work ethic. The determination. You built something from nothing. So did I. We're not that different. No, we're not. Took me too long to see it. We stood there, 6 years of tension, finally breaking. Fresh start, he offered. Hand extended, I shook it. Fresh start. That night, lying in our house, my house, the one I'd earned, I thought about the journey. From 42,000 to 140,000. From secretary to VP. From dismissed to essential. I'd saved Russell. Not because I needed to, but because I could. And that power, that ability to help the man who'd tried to destroy me. That was the ultimate victory. Not revenge, grace, not bitterness. Strength, not proving him wrong, proving myself right. I was enough, always had been. Just took 6 years and $850,000 for him to see it. But I'd always known, and that knowledge, that was mine, forever.